Hey guys, Hammy here. Bit of a different video today. We're jumping into new Heroes of the Storm hero Valeera Sanguinar's voice lines and interactions. You might know her from Hearthstone, Warcraft or World of Warcraft 2. If you're an Overwatch fan, please do give this video a go, let me know what you think, or click the playlist link below here for my latest Overwatch videos if you've missed a few. Before any game starts in Heroes of the Storm and during the game on various triggers, heroes chat with and react to each other in some funny in-game voice interactions. These give us some great insights into hero character, interests and backstories, just like in Overwatch. In this video we're looking at Valeera Sanguinar through her interactions with fellow heroes. Orphaned when her family were killed by bandits, enslaved into fighting as a gladiator, advisor, guard and friend to kings, as well as a dragon and demon slayer, Valeera's had a fairly eventful life, much like many other Warcraft heroes. As a hero in Hearthstone 2, she has a lot of fun references to Warcraft, Hearthstone and more in her heroes, voice lines and interactions, which we'll explore now. As always, timecode links to skip between sections in the description below. Let's go! Firstly, we'll go through Valeera's jokes and humour. Now, for those of you newer to Blizzard games, with Overwatch or otherwise, ever since the original Warcraft real-time strategy games back in the late 90s, Blizzard has been known for poke sounds. If you click a character multiple times, they utter stranger and funnier things each time, some even getting rather annoyed. This was in the StarCraft games too, World of Warcraft, and Heroes of the Storm is no different. Here are Valeera's poke lines fresh from the PTR.
Huh? What? If you have something to say, try saying it. Horde? Alliance? What has either faction done for me? My allegiances are my own. After the Scourge destroyed our homeland, everything changed. Even the way we craft our armor. You could say it made us a little spiky.
All of these are references to Warcraft history, which we'll go through very lightly in a little bit.
Oh, thistle tea tastes awful. I wouldn't serve this to a donkey.
Thistle Tea is an energy restoring drink in Warcraft, a rogue's main resource, and also a Hearthstone card as well.
I'm not a child. It's just that we elves age like the finest of wines. You humans age like cheese. Cottage cheese. Stealth is my middle name. Valeera Stealth Sanguinar. Thank the sun I didn't become a merchant or something. I'm an excellent rogue, but I can't perform miracles. Not after that nerf, at least.
Little Hearthstone reference there after a few of the nerfs she's had perhaps, and also World of Warcraft I'm sure at points.
Don't worry, I'm both rouge and a rogue. So no matter how poorly you spell, you're still covered.
Rogue and rouge, the typo everyone does when talking about rogues in Warcraft or otherwise.
You know, I bet the Garden of Terror is a great place to find new ingredients for poisons. Someone remind me later. Whatever you can do in 5 combo points, I can do in 3. It's not a cheap shot, it's completely balanced. Maybe you just need to learn to fight. Specializations are more like suggestions. Personally, I think of myself as a subtle outlaw assassin. Yes, some rogues are beautiful, but all rogues are stunning. Swords? No, actually, these are orc daggers. Everything they have is oversized. I mean, have you seen their shoulder pads?
Okay, time for Valeera's interactions before the matches start. As she's so new, just bear in mind not all of the responses from other heroes to her lines are in-game yet. Any I've put in, apart from Varian, are ones that exist in-game right now, not specific responses. I'll add those in future. Varian, Rin and Valeera have history to say the very least. Having fought together as gladiators when imprisoned under training of fellow Heroes of the Storm hero Rhaegar Earthfury, after their escape, Valeera spent most of her life as Varian's bodyguard, travelling companion and advisor. Varian, as an amnesiac human, rediscovered his identity, retook his position as the King of Stormwind, then, how can I put this, had a bit of an accident at the beginning of World of Warcraft's latest expansion, Legion. The two aren't surprised to see each other in the Nexus and quickly get back to their old camaraderie and fighting ways.
Varian. Figures I'd find you here. Can't stay out of trouble, can you?
As if you'd have it any other way. Valeera, remember any of our old strategies?
Of course.
Arthas Menethil, well, his story is a long one. Having previously been Crown Prince of Lordaeron, whilst trying to protect it from the undead Scourge, he managed to lose his soul and become a Death Knight, as you do. Before he became the Lich King, I figure that even if you're not a Warcraft fan you might be familiar with, Arthas destroyed Lordaeron, Dalaran and Kel'Thalas, the home of the Blood Elves. Valeera's not happy as a Blood Elf for what he did to the Elven Kingdom, and doesn't let Arthas forget it.
Arthas, I will never forgive you for what you did to Quel'Thalas.
Silence.
Now, Valeera's not a fan of demons, and she has specific reactions to them in Heroes of the Storm. After being marked by a warlock named Vendolin Soulfire at one point in her life, she was possessed by a demon called Cathranatir, who used visions of her deceased parents to have a go at her and try and fully possess her before she shook it off.
Interesting. The demonic energy coming from you is unlike any I've sensed before. Be silent. I've had enough of your kind for a lifetime.
Interestingly, Valeera also has a specific kill line for a hero string in the game called Dreadlord.
Try not to get your nether in a twist about it.
There's no Dreadlord in the game right now, so there are many Warcraft Dreadlords, Tychrondius, Verimathras, and perhaps even Mal'Ganis of Warcraft and Hearthstone fame. It doesn't definitely mean that one will hit the game, but we should perhaps look out for a Warcraft Dreadlord hero in future in Heroes of the Storm. Kael'thas. Well, as a former Prince of Quel'Thalas, the home of the Blood Elves, Kael'thas turned his people away from the Alliance and allied himself with Illidan Stormrage and the Burning Legion for a good part of World of Warcraft's story. Valeera, like other Blood Elves, doesn't forget this treachery when she sees Kael'thas in the Nexus.
Kael'thas, the traitor who would be king.
That is not in question.
Poor Murky. Murlocs get a rough deal, and pretty much every single Heroes of the Storm hero has some kind of interaction with the Murloc. Valeera's no exception.
Ugh, Murlocs are the worst. Oh, you didn't just make Inky, did you?
Although he bought Valeera for his gladiator team and indeed sold her on before she escaped, Rhaegar wasn't the most cruel slave owner in the world, it seems. Either way, perhaps Valeera is looking back on their previous adventures with a more positive light, and she seems proud to have been taught by Rhaegar when she says this on a kill.
Rhaegar Earthfury. It has been a long time since we fought side by side.
It's been ages since I had a good fight. Lok'tar, warrior!
Wow, Rhaegar. You got old.
Well known as part of the Warcraft and World of Warcraft story, and the face of aggro hunter decks in Hearthstone, Valeera, as a fellow Hearthstone hero, can't resist having a little go at Rexxar. Here's their fourth wall-breaking meme or reference. Me go face? Yup.
Have you ever aimed for somewhere other than the face? Just curious.
This is why I prefer the company of beasts.
As a former Ranger General of Silvermoon protecting the Blood Elf nation, Sylvanas was slain and resurrected by Arthas, now leader of the undead, the Forsaken, and War Chief of the Horde since World of Warcraft Legion. Sylvanas is a legend to many. As a Blood Elf herself, Valeera is suitably starstruck on meeting Sylvanas.
Lady Sylvanas, I am humbled to fight by your side.
You look like you could actually be of use here. Show them the strength of Quel'Thalas.
Anu Balore Delanar.
Anu Balore Delanar, a Blood Elf saying, the Eternal Sun guides us. Thrall, well, legendary Orcanex War Chief of the Horde in Warcraft, Valeera's a bit confused to see Thrall in this line. Just as an explanation, Thrall entered the Nexus when he was the War Chief. As of Legion, Sylvanas has now become the War Chief of the Horde, so this is a simple, if there is such a thing, timeline difference between the Warcraft story right now and the Heroes of the Storm Nexus.
Thrall, you're War Chief again? What happened to Sylvanas?
Fight on, my warriors! They cannot stop the Horde!
Horde? Alliance? What has either done for me? No, I fight for myself.
Finally, Vala from the Diablo universe. There's no reason that Valeera and Vala would have crossed paths, but as fellow hood wearers, Valeera is a fan of Vala's fashion sense.
Love the hood.
Heroes in Heroes of the Storm also have general interactions with particular races or classes of hero. I do love this one for Night Elves.
The goddess seems to be testing my resolve.
At least our men don't take 1,000-year naps while the women do all the work.
So Valeera is referring to the habit of Night Elf druids in the World of Warcraft or Warcraft universe to sleep for hundreds, sometimes thousands of years. Now, very long story short, this is a reference to the Emerald Dream in Warcraft. Night Elf druids effectively sleep for thousands of years in order to roam in the Emerald Dream, to support and be a part of the process of the rebuilding of the world, and also as part of a pact with the ancient dragon Ysera. There's a few targets for Valeera's humour here in Heroes of the Storm, Malfurion and Tyrande, for example. Malfurion as an archdruid has had to sleep for many years in this manner, while Tyrande, his other half, has had to be without him all this time, looking after Night Elf civilization. Women doing all the work indeed in this case. Valeera has these interactions when she spawns with a fellow stealth hero, or with a Scourge on her team.
Dual stealth, huh? They'll never see us coming.
Want to bet on who gets the first kill?
Death from the shadows.
This might just be fun after all.
The Scourge is my eternal enemy. Nothing will change that. Shut your mouth, you walking corpse.
And in terms of angry comments, dismissives, and insults, she has particular comments when she's with a mage or with a warrior.
I'll match my wits against your magic any day. You warriors are just rogues in plate armor.
Heroes of the Storm heroes also have a bunch of specific kill lines, and some of these tie to specific heroes.
Remember these blades, Cho'Gall? They remember you.
Now Valeera in the Warcraft universe, with some other heroes, killed Cho'Gall, so she's clearly trying to kill him again in the Nexus. Here's what happens when she kills Kalthas.
Death to all who betray the Sindori.
One for Rhaegar.
You're getting awfully slow, Rhaegar.
Another kill line for the Scourge.
Resurrect quickly. I can't wait to kill you again.
Apparently for a class known as Unkillable, this is.
This time you die for real.
And finally when she kills Varian.
Come on, Varian. I know you can fight better than that.
Finally for you Hearthstone fans, here's a few more Hearthstone references that she has too.
Hearthstone break! Mistakes were made. Well played. Here we go. Maybe there's time for a round of Hearthstone. I will be your death. Watch your back.
Thanks a bunch for tuning in to my Heroes of the Storm Valeera voice lines and interactions vid. Please do let me know what you thought in the comments, and whether you're an Overwatch or Heroes fan or otherwise, do like or subscribe if you enjoyed this vid. I do a lot of Overwatch lore, hero voice lines and interactions too. Do check out those videos in the playlists below, and give me a shout as to what Heroes of the Storm hero you'd like me to cover next if you've enjoyed this. Cheers for tuning in, I've been Hammy, take it easy.